Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge semi-flesh called the Plain Large from Hubbardton Forge. This is the 124304. This is the larger of the two sizes. There's also a smaller version. That one's going to have 2 sockets. This one is going to have 3 sockets. Make sure you watch the video on that one and buy the one that is right for your needs. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. From the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture, you're coming in at 8.4 inches, and then diameter all the way around is coming in 17.2. A canopy up in the ceiling, that's going to be the part that's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. That canopy is 5.25 inches in diameter, and this is only coming in at 6.6 pounds, so it just hangs from a normal junction box. And I want to show you a little bit more information about all that, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So, if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for Installations, Instructions, PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you basically how you put it on your junction box, which is this guy. It's going to show you some good detailed drawings of the other side of that canopy so you know exactly how it goes onto the box, as well as how to put your glass on. You put your bulbs on first, and then you put your glass on afterwards. So that glass is going to be available to you in 2 different ways, 2 different types. So you've got Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which is a milky white glass. I'll talk more about that later in the video. The other one is going to be called sand, and sand is more of an organic, earthy look. It's going to be kind of like a light coffee ice cream or sand on the beach. So that's what that looks like. That's why it's called sand. That glass is 16.13 inches in diameter by 5.3 inches tall. Okay, let's talk about what you can get out of this as far as lamping goes and how much light you can do. So like I said, it's going to be using 3 of these medium base sockets. We all grew up with the same kind of bulb, very easy to get. If you're going to be going incandescent, and you can still do that, you can go up to 3 100-watt incandescent bulbs. That's 300 watts of light coming out of this. But I don't think you need to do that because there's so many great LEDs out in the world. So the old school LEDs, the first ones that came out, are still around, and those are going to be the kind of hard white plastic shells. Those are fine. However, these are the kind of new snazzy ones that are a clear one. They're called phosphorus LEDs, and I tend to favor these. So I can find these everywhere. Home Depot, I can find them at my True Value hardware store, Ace Hardware. I can find them at Walmart, Lowe's, any of those kind of places. Amazon, if you really need to go there. But I can find this at my grocery store in Vermont. So if I can find this here, you can find it where you are. They're going to be offering these to you in all kinds of different ways, all these LEDs. And you can get a 60-watt equivalent, a 75-watt equivalent. I can find this A19 at a 100-watt equivalent. I've seen it on Amazon at a 150-watt equivalent, which is a ton of light. However, this fixture, the glass on it is pretty big. So if you want to go beyond that, if you need an amazing amount of light out of this, you could probably try in putting what's called an A20. It's just a slightly larger bulb than this. And as long as you stick with an LED, you're good to go with that. You can find that a 150-watt equivalent or a 200-watt equivalent. And don't forget, you've got 3 sockets with this. So, you know, you can really go to town if you need to. The color of the light they're going to offer these to you, these LEDs, is going to vary quite a bit. 2700 Kelvin, that's a super yellow light, like a setting sun. They're going to offer these bulbs to you in something called daylight, which sounds like it should be a warm light, but it's not. That's that kind of hospital waiting room, overcast day, bluish white light. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we talk about all the time in these videos, that we like to use warm white, soft white in our showroom because it mimics the light of our friend the incandescent bulb from our youth, but it's still an LED, and that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. So warm white, soft white, 3,000 Kelvin LED is kind of our choice. I would probably even go for the 75-watt equivalents or 100-watt equivalents, just so I have the light there if I need it. It's a dimmable fixture anyway, so if you want to go in that direction, just make sure that you buy dimmable bulbs. Tell your installer what you're doing as well. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this, and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway, because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.